Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
The newspapers billed it as a reboot of her leadership, but Theresa May kept her speech low-key at the launch of a report into workers' rights this morning. There was a touch of defiance as she insisted that her beliefs remained unchanged despite the election result. Humility too, though, as she appealed to other parties to bring forward their own ideas. But in the Commons, there was a touch of bravado as the Foreign Secretary said the EU could go whistle for its extortionate Brexit bill. Our political editor, Gary Gibbon, reports.
Theresa May used the launch of a report into the gig economy to insist that she still wanted to achieve much in office, but might need opposition parties' help to do it.
Though the result of last month's general election was not what I wanted, those defining beliefs remain. My commitment to change in Britain is undimmed. When I commissioned this report, I led a majority government in the House of Commons, and the reality I now face as Prime Minister is rather different. So I say to the other parties in the House of Commons, read this report, engage with the difficult issues it raises, come forward with your own views and ideas about how we can tackle these challenges as a country.
Asked whether the Prime Minister really expected opposition help or was preparing to blame them when she can't get her way, one Number 10 aide said that depends on the issue. When she called the election 12 weeks ago, Theresa May said it was to stop government grinding to a halt. Since then, she's been busy trying to avoid major votes in Parliament. And at the first sign of Tory revolt, as today over contaminated blood, the government has backed down. She didn't feel confident enough to promise that she would be able to bring in legislation supporting the gig economy report. And to add to the discomfort, the Foreign Secretary, answering questions in the Commons, swerved off message on whether Britain would pay outstanding agreed contributions to the EU as it leaves.
Will the Foreign Secretary make it clear to the EU that if they want a penny piece more, they can go whistle?
I'm sure that my honourable friend's words will have broken like a thunderclap over Brussels, and they will pay attention to what he has said, and he makes a very valid point. And I think that the sums that I have seen that they propose to demand from this country seem to me to be extortionate, and I think to go whistle is an entirely appropriate expression.
I think it is ridiculous for the Foreign Secretary to approach important and serious negotiations with that silly, arrogant language that he so often employs. Treat people with respect, and there's a fair chance you'll be treated with respect in return.
Negotiations in Brussels resume next week. The Brexit Secretary, David Davis, giving evidence to a House of Lords committee, was asked why he didn't have more women on his team.
May I ask you, Minister, how many women are on the negotiation team?
Yeah.
How many women?
The photo in the Times was a disgrace.
Shameful.
I didn't look.
How many women are on the team?
I can't remember. I'll write you.
There aren't.
Are there any?
Well, I'll write you. I don't know.